Jack had thought that time would ease the ache in his chest, but 5 years after losing Sarah, he still felt the same hollow sensation whenever he looked around their empty home. The memories they'd created together lingered like a ghostly presence, reminding him of what could never be again. As he went about his days, Jack found himself stuck in a perpetual state of numbness. He'd lost touch with friends, quit his hobby, and abandoned the idea of starting anew. His life had become a mere shadow of its former self, a mere echo of the love they once shared. One day, while browsing through a local bookstore, Jack stumbled upon a section dedicated to poetry and short stories. The warm scent of fresh paper and ink drew him in, and he lingered longer than intended. That's when he saw her, Rachel, with her sun-kissed hair and gentle smile, browsing through the same shelves. Their eyes met, and for an instant, Jack felt a spark of connection, as if the universe had conspired to bring them together. He mustered his courage and approached her, introducing himself in a hesitant tone. Rachel, with her kind eyes and warm demeanor, quickly put him at ease. They spoke about books, life, and everything in between, their conversation flowing like a gentle stream. As they parted ways, Jack felt an unfamiliar sense of hope rising within him. Over the next few weeks, Jack and Rachel continued to cross paths. Their talks turned into coffee dates, which evolved into long walks under starry skies. With each encounter, Jack's heart began to stir, as if awakening from a prolonged slumber. Rachel, sensing the depth of Jack's pain, was patient and understanding. She listened to his stories about Sarah, her eyes filled with empathy and compassion. As they shared their own experiences, Jack started to open up, allowing himself to feel the warmth of human connection once more. One evening, as they strolled along the lake shore, Rachel took Jack's hand, her touch sending shivers down his spine. The world around them melted away, leaving only the two of them, suspended in a moment of pure intimacy. Jack realized that he was ready to love again, but it required him to confront the memories that had been holding him back. He knew that Rachel wasn't Sarah, and he couldn't replace the past with the present. But he could acknowledge his feelings for her, allowing himself to heal and find a new sense of purpose. As they stood there, hand in hand, Jack felt the weight of his grief begin to lift. The memories were still there, but they no longer defined him. He was ready to create new moments with Rachel, to build a life that would honor Sarah's memory while embracing the present. As they stood there hand in hand, Jack felt the weight of his grief begin to lift. The memories were still there, but they no longer defined him. He was ready to create new moments with Rachel, to build a life that would honor Sarah's memory while embracing the present. Rachel smiled at him, her eyes sparkling with understanding. "You're not replacing Sarah," she said gently. "You're just allowing yourself to love again." Jack nodded, feeling a sense of relief wash over him. He knew it was true. Rachel wasn't trying to fill the void left by Sarah. She was offering a new kind of connection, one that would complement his memories rather than erase them. As they walked along the lake shore, Jack felt himself opening up more and more. He told Rachel about his fears, his doubts, and his hopes. She listened with compassion and understanding, her touch reassuring him that he wasn't alone. Over time, their relationship blossomed into something beautiful. They laughed together, explored new places, and shared quiet moments of intimacy. Jack found himself falling deeply in love with Rachel, but it was a different kind of love than the one he had shared with Sarah. This love was messy and imperfect, full of ups and downs and unexpected twists. But it was also real, authentic, and true. And as they navigated their relationship together, Jack realized that he didn't have to choose between honoring his past and embracing his future. He could do both. As the seasons passed, Jack's heart continued to heal. He still thought about Sarah often, but now those memories were tinged with a sense of gratitude rather than grief. He knew that she had given him the gift of love, and he was determined to honor her memory by living his life to the fullest. And so, Jack and Rachel built a life together, one that was filled with laughter, adventure, and quiet moments of intimacy. They faced challenges along the way, but they also found joy in each other's company. As they stood on their porch one evening, watching the sunset paint the sky with hues of pink and orange, Jack turned to Rachel and smiled. I never thought I'd be happy again, he said, his voice filled with emotion. Rachel wrapped her arms around him, holding him close. You are happy again, she whispered, and it's because you're willing to love again. Jack nodded, feeling a sense of peace wash over him. He knew that he would always carry Sarah in his heart, but he also knew that he had found a new kind of love with Rachel, a love that was real, authentic, and true.